The ones that leave us speechless are sometimes the ones we least expect. Fans all over the country were shocked when Jenna Bush Hager, a popular host, author, mother, and daughter of a past president, said she was leaving. How could the friendly, down-to-earth person who made our mornings full of laughter and love suddenly leave? What could possibly have made her make such a terrible choice? We are going to take you on a trip tonight, not only through the news, but also through the emotional story that wasn't told. This is a story about family, family history, battle, and being strong when things change. Stay with me, because what we find will amaze and motivate you. It started on the Today Show in the middle of a quiet morning. Jenna's voice was heavy, even though she is generally bright and full of energy. Her co-hosts were quiet as they watched. She told them she was going. Nobody had to wait or listen to long speeches. It was just a raw, emotional reveal that shocked people all over the country. Jenna wasn't just a TV star for her fans. She was family. Someone who shared her life with us in ways that not many famous people have ever done. It felt personal when she left, like when you lose a friend you've had coffee with for years. But talk started to happen as the news got around. Why now? Why all of a sudden? There had to be more to this choice than what was said on radio, right? Jenna Bush Hager isn't like other people. Bush and Laura Bush, who was First Lady, have a daughter. She is also the granddaughter of George W. Bush and Barbara Bush. It's both proud and hard to carry on that kind of family tradition. Jenna had been watched by the whole country since she was a kid. Every move, word, and decision was broken down by the news. While she was making her own way in news and writing, the weight of her family name never really left her. Friends have told me that Jenna worried a lot about how she was handling being a mother, a worker, and a member of one of the most famous families in America. In the past few months, this dispute has gotten worse. Jenna has been through a terrible loss in the past few years. The death of Barbara Bush, her beloved grandma. Barbara had been Jenna's light, her teacher, and her friend. Her death was more than just a loss for her family. It made me think about how fragile life is. Jenna often talked about how wise her grandma was, but she was still sad in private. She began to think about how she was spending her own time. Was she living her whole life? Was she taking care of her kids enough? Was she really living her own life? With each month that went by, these questions got louder, and Jenna couldn't avoid coming to the truth. She made this choice, though, not just because she was sad. There was also something much more important going on in her own house. Jennifer often talked openly about how hard it was to balance work and family life, just like a lot of other working moms. The days were busy and the nights were sleepless because they had 3 kids, Mila, Poppy, and Hall. The middle ground was often full of guilt. She seemed to handle everything. Jenna told no one that she felt like she was missing too much, though. There are too many firsts, school shows, and quiet times. Friends say that Henry, her husband, had told her in a soft voice to slow down. He wanted more family dinners, more time spent together, and fewer busy plans. She finally accepted that something had to change after years of smiling through her tiredness. There was a fight going on behind Jenna's happy TV smile. Sources close to her said she recently had a health scare that made her doubt herself. The specifics will stay secret, but it made her face a question she had been avoiding for a long time. How much longer can I live like this? Jenna was scared about more than just her body. It had to do with her soul. She realized she had been going fast, giving to others all the time without caring about herself. It was no longer possible to avoid this wake-up call. Jenna knew right then that her path needed to change. Jennifer sat down with her family the one night for dinner. She told her kids that she was leaving the Today Show while Henry was with her. They didn't get it at first. Why would mom give up something she really liked? The tears in their eyes turned to smiles as she told them it meant more time together, more breakfast at home, more bedtime stories, and more walks in the park. It was the best news they had ever heard, and they gave her a tight hug. Jenna learned something important that night. She wasn't going to lose her job. She was getting her family back. When Jenna told everyone about her news, Jenna Bush Hager is a beloved co-host of today's 4th Hour with Hoda Kotb. Her friendly personality, contagious laughter, and thought-provoking talks have won over millions of hearts. She became a regular in the mornings for many families across the U.S., and she did a great job of juggling her jobs as a mother, writer, and author. On the other hand, Hager shocked everyone by announcing her departure from the famous morning show. Many people were confused by the news. What could be the reason for this sudden exit? Many fans were shocked at first, But it turns out Jenna's decision to leave is based on something much deeper than just a job move. Hager quit the show without a fight or because she wasn't happy with her job, which is what many people think when someone quits suddenly. Instead, she is leaving for very personal reasons that show how much she has grown and how much she values family and self-care after a very hard year. Stress caused by family life and balancing. Jenna Bush Hager has been open about how hard it is for her to balance work and family life, and she often thinks about the problems that other working moms face. Jenna had 3 young children, 2 girls named Mila and Poppy, and a son named Hal. She often talked about how hard it was to balance her high-profile job with her duties at home. She had to deal with more and more stress in her home life, which made her feel worse emotionally and mentally. Some months ago, Jenna thought about her personal life and realized how important it was to allow herself to step back and focus on what really matters: her family. A lot of people, especially mothers who have a lot of things to do every day, feel strongly about this choice. The pandemic made this change in her view even stronger. Lockdowns and staying away from people made her feel even more compelled to spend more time with her kids and partner, Henry Hager. Making the choice to put her family, especially her kids, first wasn't something she did without thinking about it. She had been on Today for a long time, so it was clear that it was an important part of her life. There was no denying the friendship she had with Hoda Kotb. Her exit would leave a big hole in the Today Show and in the hearts of people who watched every morning. The stress of city life and the need for room, the huge amount of pressure that comes with having a public life was another big reason why Jenna made her choice. Jenna Bush has been famous for a long time because she is the daughter of former President George W. Bush. She has always been looked at closely, whether she was first daughter or a writer or author. It hasn't always been easy for her. Even though she could always put on a happy face, the stress of being in the public eye all the time took a big toll on her emotions. Jenna has said that the pressures of her job sometimes made her feel burned out and like she needed more time to think and relax. She has talked openly about how important it is to take care of your mental and physical health, and how having a regular work routine can hurt your mental health in interviews. Hager and her coworkers at Today don't always have total privacy because they are well-known people. It can be very hard for them to keep their personal lives separate from their public lives. Part of Jenna's choice to quit her job was because she felt like she needed more time to focus on her own mental and emotional health because of all the stress. A new beginning for Jenna Bush Hager. When Jenna leaves the Today Show, it doesn't mean the end of her job or public appearances. This is the start of a new stage for her, one where she can look for other ways to stay connected to her family and her interests. People who know Jenna well know that she has always fought for causes that are important to her, like early childhood education. It's possible that she will continue to do this in the future. The fact that she is leaving also makes room for more professional and mental growth. A big part of Jenna's work has been writing, and she already has 2 books under her belt. She has said she wants to focus on that. During this time, she might look into new projects that fit better with her changing priorities and give back to society in ways that are highly personal and satisfying. How do fans feel about Jenna's news? When Jenna made her news, most of her fans were happy about it. Many people were sad that they wouldn't be able to watch her on the Today Show every morning, but most people understood. Fans of Jenna Bush Hager, especially those who have been following her for a long time, know how brave she was to quit such a well-liked job to take care of her family and mental health.